morning, everyone. This lesson is going to be on lesson 16 of patterns in algebra, found on page 77, 78, 79, and 80. It seems like it's a lot, but this is review from previously done work because we are talking about how to write formulas and how to complete formulas. As a reminder, a formula involves variables that interact with each other mathematically and then equal something. So this is an example of a formula right here. We have 6 times s equals t. These are variables, are s and t, because we can put different numbers in here. And what this equation is saying is 6 times as many squares as I have is going to give me how many triangles I'll have. Okay. Now, the thing about formulas, and this is important for us to remember, a formula must always work. You should always test it on multiple inputs and outputs before being sure it's correct. S and T in this example are input and output. I'm putting in S, this is how many squares I have in my equation, and my output is I have now 3 triangles. So I have 1 square, and now I have 3 triangles. How are these two things interacting with each other? Now, there are 2 different ways you could look at this. So you could say, okay, well, maybe it's square plus however many squares I have plus 2 gives me triangles. And for this very first question, that could be true. Now, you should always test your work, though. So if you were to test this on the next one and say, okay, well, the equation is s plus 2 equals t. S is 2, so 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay, that's not right. It has supposed to be 6. So now we have to go back to the drawing board and figure out, okay, what's the actual equation? So now we want to say, okay, well, maybe it's s times 3 equals 3. Okay, that one works. 2 times 3 equals 6. Oh, okay, and 3 times 3 equals 9. All right, good. So that means that this is right here the correct formula, and this is the one that we're going to follow for any questions that are written in this t-table. On this next one, we have 5s equals 11t. Okay, so we got to figure out how are those two things going to interact with each other. The next one is 7, s7, t15, and then 1 and 3. Okay, so let's start with this. Let's say, okay, maybe it's just s plus 6 equals t. 5 plus 6 equals 11. All right. 7 plus 6 equals 13. Okay, that doesn't work. This one definitely doesn't work then. 1 plus 6 equals 3. Okay, that doesn't work. Why don't we do multiplication? S times 3 equals 3. All right, that one works. 7 times 3... No, that doesn't work. So maybe we can have a combination of multiplication and addition at the same time, and that's what this equation is. We now have 5 times 2 plus 1 equals 11. 7 times 2 equals 14 plus 1 equals 15. 1 times 2 plus 1 equals 3. Okay, so in these questions, we have s and t are going to be considered variables. And now they're not just variables. We can also substitute them for input and output. I did a little written I and a written O. That way it doesn't look like the number 1 and the number 0. Okay, so that's why I did a little stylized I, a little stylized O, because I don't want it to look like 1 and a 0. So now I have these same formulas that I had from up here can be applied over here. So now I have I input plus 2 equals O, or input times 6 equals O. Okay, so what we're trying to understand with this work is we want to get comfortable with using formulas, because what we're going to be covering in this unit of math is all about graphing and how we build graphing lines and how we talk about inputs and outputs and how graphs are put together in the first place. And it's going to become really important that we consistently follow formulas and understand how a formula works. Remember, a formula must always be true. Okay, and the way you check your work is you put multiple different types of inputs in, and then see what your output comes out as. Okay, so this is all about formula work. It seems like a lot, but I think you should be able to zoom through it. And I'd like you to do page 77 through 78, and then these are the questions you'll be doing. Right? I hope this is helpful, and if it isn't, please send me a message, and I will be more than happy to assist you. I was really appreciated what happened yesterday. Everyone was working really hard, and I got a lot of good questions, so please keep up the good work.